My twin sister sabotaged every relationship I had, so I made her wedding day her last lie. My twin sister Esperanza was diagnosed with anxiety disorder when we were 12. It made social situations difficult, and sometimes she'd have panic attacks, but that was it. When I started dating at 16, she told people I was stealing her crushes on purpose. She'd monitor my text messages at home, announcing, "She's just pretending to like them, and I'm the one they actually wanted to ask out." She even started telling my boyfriends I talked about dumping them because other girls are always trying to steal from her. It was horrible, and I should have distanced myself, but instead, I stayed in the family dynamic. By the time we graduated high school, she was telling friends I seduced guys to hurt her, that I was jealous of her being the naturally beautiful one, and was trying to prove I was more desirable. She convinced our parents I was promiscuous. She never actually cares about these boys. I started keeping all my relationships private to avoid her interference. When I'd introduce someone to the family, she'd loudly declare, "I never need to chase anyone, and I have actual meaningful connections." During my first serious relationship in college, she told my boyfriend I was cheating. She even created fake dating profiles with my photos while I was planning our anniversary. She'd show up at my dates, accidentally, then tell him stories about my real personality, timing how long before he'd start doubting me. The worst was when she called my fiancé's mother pretending to be my other boyfriend's sister, and destroyed my engagement. Then came Thanksgiving dinner. I'd been happily single, focusing on myself for months. Esperanza noticed. "Funny how you're suddenly not stealing anyone when no one's interested." That evening, she pulled our cousin aside. I saw her show him her phone, whispering urgently. Within a week, every guy I'd ever dated was getting messages, screenshots of conversations I'd never had, photos edited to look compromising, voice messages spliced together from years of recordings she'd secretly made. Each ex received proof that I'd cheated with the others. My reputation in our town was destroyed. At family gatherings, she'd comfort me publicly. "Don't worry, maybe you'll find someone who doesn't know about your past." Our parents sided with her. "Esperanza's just trying to help you see your patterns." When I tried to show them the metadata proving the messages were fake, everyone saw a desperate girl refusing to take accountability. So, I decided I'd stop being her victim. If Esperanza wanted to destroy relationships, I'd let her ruin her own. After college, I stayed close to home, working at our uncle's accounting firm, started quietly documenting everything. Every edited photo, every fake profile, every recorded conversation she'd manipulated. That's when I discovered her pattern. I found 14 relationships she'd destroyed over 8 years. Not just mine, our cousins, family friends, anyone who got attention she wanted. All documented in her burn book she thought was hidden, connected with the victims, recorded their stories, created an evidence file that painted a clear picture. But I knew I had to wait for the perfect moment to strike, and that's when she announced her engagement to Rodrigo. The whole family was thrilled. She'd been bragging for months about their perfect love story, how he was the only man who truly understood her. The wedding would have 200 guests. She made me her maid of honor to show there were no hard feelings. What she didn't know, Rodrigo and I had been talking. He'd found her burn book, seen what she'd done to everyone, including detailed plans to isolate him from his family after marriage. We'd been collecting evidence for months. The rehearsal dinner was perfect. She glowed with happiness, gave a speech about redemption and forgiveness. Dad cried. Mom took 1,000 photos. But the next morning, the morning of her wedding, every guest received a package. Inside, copies of her burn book pages about them, her actual words about their marriages, their children, their secrets she'd collected to use later. I was helping her with her veil when her phone exploded with messages. The wedding party was gone. The guests were leaving. Rodrigo was nowhere to be found. She turned to me, mascara running. "You did this." I shook my head. "I didn't send anything, Esperanza." But that's when she smiled, and I realized I'd made a terrible mistake. She pulled out her phone and showed me a recording. Full story on channel, link below.